When it comes to Torah and mitzvot, that's a whole different category, how you educate the child. And this is where really you have to be very, very smart, because you need to expose the Torah only with love and fun. So one kid of mine, he's so Hasidish, he used to go with a suit when he was 3 and 4 years old to school. I'm like the mirror. Whatever I do, he does. He has, like, I gave him one of my old hats, he has a hat. If I go like this, he will go like this too. So I know that how I move, he will move. The other one, same thing. I don't want to wear tzitzis, it's itchy, it's this, it doesn't look nice, the shirt doesn't go in. So when it comes to Torah and mitzvot, you have to be extremely, extremely sensitive and creative. And it cannot be oppressed. This is the damage that a lot of religious people do, is that they choke the religion down children's throats. And they don't like it. Now, if it means that my child is not going to be the biggest rabbi of the generation, and he's not going to have a 2-foot-long beard, and he wants to wear a blue shirt, that's what he wants. Okay, I'm not going to be 100% happy with the fact, but if he's happy, if he still keeps Shabbat and he eats kosher and he doesn't lie and he doesn't cheat and he's faithful and he is an honest person and he gives charity, my point is to design good human beings, not to design rabbis or rebbitzins. And this is the problem with a lot of religious people, that they think that if the child is not exactly how I am, then he's not good. And that's the biggest mistake, because what it does, instead of the child being not so super frum, he becomes not frum at all. That's the problem. That a lot of parents, they can't deal with, what, my son is not going to have a beard? Yeah, he's not going to have a beard. Asma, so what? So he's going to wear a blue shirt. Who cares? He's going to be honest. He's not going to lie. He's going to be a good father. He's going to be a good provider. He'll give charity. He'll learn Torah. He'll keep Shabbat. That's it. Say thank you. It's not up to me if my child is going to be the next tzaddik of the generation. And that's the problem in the religious community, is that they're saying, oh no, if he goes astray 1 millimeter, the shirt went like that, ooh, that's it, outcast. And it's wrong. The point is, with when it comes to the religious world, unfortunately, I don't know how it was 50 years ago, 100 years ago, I wasn't around, but I see now that some people are so busy, being so frum, that they're forgetting the beauty in the religion. The religion is not to choke somebody and to oppose it. The point is that, one of my youngest one, he doesn't like going to shul. He's bored. I understand. He's 5 years old. And you know what? I don't want him running around making noise and disturbing to everybody. So one time my wife told me, why aren't you forcing him to go to shul? I said, he's 5 years old. He doesn't want to go. He doesn't pray. His friends are not there. He's bored. Why should I bring him? So he would learn to hate shul? Why do I go to pray? Is somebody putting a gun to my head and telling me go and pray? I go to pray because I want to pray. Because I want to talk to the Kadosh Baruch Hu right now. That's why I go. I don't go to pray because I'm feeling that if I don't go, I'm going to go to hell. Because that's not the education that I got. I'm not doing any mitzvah. I'm not putting tefillin in the morning because I'm afraid that I'm going to go to Gehenom. I'm putting tefillin on because I want to. So I want to educate my kid to want to go to shul. Now if I'm going to schlep him when he's 5 years old and he's going to be sitting like this bored for 2 hours, he's never going to go to shul. Either he's going to become a robot, like 90% of the men who go to shul, they're like robots. They're not praying. They put the tefillin on, they pray within 20 minutes. I don't even know how people can pray in 20 minutes. I'm not even in the beginning and they're already finishing the minyan. So that's a robot. Why? Because all his life it was a system. They don't really pray with your kishke. The point is, just to finish the point with the praying, with this example, is that you have to educate the child to love the Torah and mitzvahs. And if it means, okay, don't wear tzitzit, I want him to want to wear the tzitzit, not to feel that I'm, wear it. It's not good. You have to put excitement. That's why the whole point with the basketball, yeah, it was exciting for my son to see my tzitzis all flying around. You have to dig into the child's mind and what will excite him. If I want my child to be excited about Torah, I'm excited. Because nobody will do any Torah and mitzvah if they don't want to do it. If they do it, it's at some point they don't want to. So the smart parents, they really invest in the kids. Somebody sent me a real cute video the other day. that you see a father, it was a animation, and you see the father like on a computer, and the kid comes and says, Dad, Dad, and he says, not right now, I don't have time. And the kid comes again, and the father's like on the phone, not now, I don't have time. And the kid always comes and says, Dad, Dad, and he's like, I don't have time. And then you see the animation change, the kid is like a teenager, and the father's a little bit older, and then the father comes and says, Son, son, and the kid's, I don't have time. So, such a smart video. And the point is that our kids are so special. It's, people, there are people that don't have kids. You know what sorrow I see on people? They come to me and they tell me, I don't have kids, I can't have kids. It's the biggest torture. One of my sons, my middle son, when he had his Shalom Zachar, was a very big party, and a lot of people came, and a very big rabbi from the community came at the time, which was a very big honor. And I didn't even believe that he came. I was like, wow. So everybody was, doing the Chaim and blessing me. He should be a Talmid Chacham, and he should be this, and he should be that. And he told me at the end, the rabbi told me, listen, I'm not going to give you a blessing that you should be, you got enough blessings here tonight. I'm just going to give you one tip. And he told me, whatever you want your child to be, you'll be. You want your child to be a lamdan, you'll be a lamdan. You want your child to wake up in the morning to pray, you wake up in the morning to pray. You want him to be a Baal Chesed, you'll be a Baal Chesed. That's it. Don't expect him to do anything. Don't try to make him do something he's not. Whatever you want him to do, you give him an example. If you give 100% example, then you know that you did your part, and he will be like you. And your part is to be a real good role model. And when you scream, and when you punish, and when you take his toys or whatever, that's not a role model. That's a tyrant. I'm not saying you can't be firm. You have to know when to raise your voice. You have to know when to do it, but it has to be in such good taste that you're the role model. Now, if you're the child's hero, doesn't matter mother or father, you're the child's hero, that's it. The child will want to be like you. And he will, maybe when he's a teen, might be a little bit of a naughty boy, or when he's 8, will be a little bit, wild. But the point is, how is he going to be when he's 22? And his vision of his parent is going to be, my father never would do that. My mother would never insult somebody. And that's what sticks with them. And they need to be, I heard from a Rav Ginsburg, and he says the kids, if they're not wild when they're young, they'll be wild when they're old. And you know what's the funniest thing is? Now we had Rivka's bat mitzvah, so Friday, all our family, my wife's family, they all came because our center has a lot of rooms. So they all came. We had the whole place was just for us. And when I was a kid, I was a very wild kid. Anything that can be, you can just imagine, that's how I was. Now my younger sister, she's 44, she smokes. Pitom she started smoking. And all sorts of weird things. And I told her, she went out for a smoke, she came in, I told her, you gotta quit, you reek, it's disgusting, you're older, it's not healthy. So anyways, we had our own discussion about smoking, and then I observed, and I was like, look, when I was a teenager, I was the one who was wild, and now when I'm older, then I got all this wild out. Now I'm able to be, organized and functioning the right way. She, on the other hand, was this goody two-shoes, that everything was Ken. And now, Pitom, in her 40s, she starts smoking. Pitom, she does a tattoo. Pitom, like all the things that I did when I was 15, and I was like, now you're getting it. So it just goes to show to you that, exactly, if it needs to come out, let it come out when it's a child. The child needs to be wild, let him be wild. Because if he's not going to let it out, this wildness will come out on his wife, or on somebody on the street. When one of my boys, he is I can't say wild. A kid is not wild, but he needs to be active. Yeah. So he goes to karate, and he goes to all these things. People say, "You're sending your child to karate?" Yeah. He needs to be a boy. But you know, at Alotomish, the same thing. On Shabbos, my boys, they like going on hikes. So because in Tzfat, there's all the caves and all these fun things. Now some people say, what? First of all, I tell them, okay, you can't go with a suit. You want to go, you put regular clothes and sneakers. You can't go with your Shabbos suit and your beautiful shoes. You can't ruin them. But a lot of people say, no, it's not Shabbosdik. Tell them it is Shabbosdik. You know why? Because they'll remember their entire life, that their childhood, Shabbos was the best day. Because we went hiking, and we went hanging out in caves, and my father was so cool, he gave us a bag with treats. So the point is to now, yeah, it might not be the most Shabbosdik thing, and they're not sitting with me in a shul and learning, but their memory on Shabbat would be, Shabbos was the best, because we went to hike. So you have to be very creative in how you're presenting everything to the child, and the child till bar mitzvah is not obligated in mitzvot. So if he doesn't want to put tzitzit on, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. You know what? He might be, sometimes when you cook something, you pull it out 5 minutes before, it's not cooked. It's not tasty even. Leave it 5 more minutes in the oven, it's a gourmet meal. Sometimes the child gets cooked the day of the bar mitzvah. And you know how many boys I saw in bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah? Pitom, everything's changed. 1 second.
It's
So,
also lack of emunah. It's trying to control something that's not in your...
I mean, you have to, how do you call these for the horse? Reins? You have to know how to control the reins real good. You pull it too strong, the horse will start going wild. You pull it gently to the right, the horse will go to the right. So not that chas v'shalom I'm comparing a child to a horse, but a smart parent knows how to control the situation that the child wants to do it. And that's the most healthiest way. That's how a child grows up in a healthy way, that he doesn't feel oppressed and pressure. And as it is, there's a lot of pressure out there with what you wear and fashion. And he said this, and we have that phone, and you have this phone, and there's enough pressure out there. You don't have to put more pressure on the child. B'ezrat Hashem, we should merit to see all our children go in our path. B'ezrat Hashem, we should only have nachat just from our kids. This is the biggest nachat. When people come to me for a bracha, I tell them you should only have nachat from your kids. Everything else is up to the Kadosh Baruch Hu anyways. Just as long as you have nachat and see nachat. A lot of people, they don't even allow themselves to have nachat from the kids.
But they didn't see it.
Yeah, they're wasting it. And I guide a lot of families that their kids go off the derech, and it's a psychologist to get in, even now in London. One of the families that I sat with them, 11 kids, half are not off the derech, married to a non-Jew, like completely. And I told them, look what beautiful kids they have. So what if he's married right now to a non-Jew? Forget about that part. I mean, I don't agree with that too. But look what talent he has. Look what a beautiful father. Look what a great husband he is. You don't even take a moment to see the good quality in these kids. And if you were able to see that in the kids, I guarantee to you that they wouldn't go so far away.